Hey everybody, welcome back to another video, another Rollsign video. This time we were looking back a little older than my first four videos actually four videos of the R32 roll signs from the 1980s and early 2000s. This one I believe is late 1960s, early 1970s. This is where some of the first color coding was adopted with what they call the Vignelli sign. So we're looking at the exterior side. Just like before, you have a short interior and an exterior. So this short side is going to be upside down and the exterior side is going to be larger. So we're just going to go through it. If there's anything of note, I'll remark it. If you have any questions or comments about anything you see, just list it in the comments below. All right, here we go. I should mention this is the route sign. You see there's no bullet. You've got whole colors instead of bullets. And that's how they did it. So typically, the single letter would represent an express route, whereas a double letter would represent a local route. And this dates back to the beginning of the independent subway back in the late 1930s. What's also not here is the standard color coding of the routes, which was adopted in 1979, where each trunk line in Manhattan would be the same color, and as it went out to the outer boroughs, it would divvy up. You see here you've got a double E Broadway local. I'm not sure what the rationale was for that. That's what it was. So you'll see letters here that don't necessarily represent the colors that we have today. The GG, not the HH. JJ here. All right, so early on in my first videos, right, we had a K via 6th Avenue local, and that was weird because by that time the K was via 8th Avenue. But as I mentioned before, the K actually originally was a 6th Avenue local train. It went from the middle of Brooklyn to 57th Street, Manhattan. Now you can tell that this is more likely one of the earlier signs that was modified, because the original line was the KK. And if you look here, you can see a small outline of a K that was painted in to represent the later, when it was reduced from the double letter to single letter, it went from KK to K. So, let's see about the LL. Another thing we're seeing here is the actual writing out of the numbers. Instead of just the number 8, you're seeing 8th. Instead of 14, you're seeing 14th. Here, we've got the M, right? Again, MV Nassau Street. As you can see here, the word express via is painted out in that color. So again, this is an original sign that was modified for later surfaces. And a kickback, as we have the M via 6th Avenue now, there's an M via 6th Avenue before. So wasn't necessary in the original idea or back in 2009. All right. The end, you've got white on yellow instead of a black on yellow. And take the Q train. Which Q? You got the Q via bridge. What you would have would be a QJ, right, which would be the J line, which would be the Q and the J line from Coney Island to 168th Street in Jamaica, Queens. But again, now just the J, the Q, if you can see it here, there's an outline of the Q painted black. You can actually also see it here too. Back it up there, right there. All right, let's keep it going. Got a lot of ground to cover. got the RR via NASA Street, right? That brown owl that we saw, still a service back in the 1970s. Nothing new. And you have your standard RR, Broadway local. Here's a fun one. Your TT via West End. The TT ran from Coney Island to downtown Brooklyn. It was basically a shuttle. As you see the West End shuttle on the B, that was the TT. S for special. SS for shuttle. And that's the roll, ladies and gentlemen. So, if you see anything you like or have any questions, leave comments in the comments below. And we're gonna get to take a look at the rest of this roll. This is a fun sign I actually put together myself. I've got multiple rolls on here, so I've got a roll earlier than this one up here, and I got the next roll that precedes this one down here. So we'll have a couple more videos to take a look at these two rolls, and hope to see you guys soon. Thank you very much. You guys be blessed.